And you open drink here, left and right. Open and leave that half. What's happening to my volume? I can't hear myself. Oh. Hello. Good evening. Hey guys. I don't know what happened. I don't think my audio is on. Hey guys. Good evening. Can you hear me? I hope nothing has happened to my audio. Hey, beautiful people. Can you hear me? Please confirm if you can hear me. I can't hear myself. I don't know what's going on. Hey guys. Let's see. Hello. If you can hear me, I can't hear myself. I don't know. Okay. I think the audio is good. Guys. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Good evening. Good evening, guys. Good afternoon. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hiya. God's time. Nice to see you. Hello, beautiful people. Good evening, honey babe love. How are you? Welcome. Thank you so much. Give us a thumbs up. Lady T, welcome. Happy Monday. How are you guys doing? I hope you are well. Today is Monday. It's very rare for us to have the show on Monday, but there's just so much going on at the moment to talk about. I think even if I do the show daily, like Gist Mass, we will not be able to cover all the topics. So much going on social media at the current time. How many of you saw that news that Mary Edochie has finally filed for divorce? Did you see that? Wow. There is just so much going on. I also want to talk about the Jim Ike. I saw the interview that Jim Ike did where he was talking about how he was a rubbish husband and a good father. I thought there was something so powerful about that interview that I wanted us to talk about. Hi guys, I hope we can get to all this plenty conversation. Give us a thumbs up, guys, as you are coming in. So a lot of you may not know this man, okay, that we are talking about today. He's an actor, I think. He said he was a musician before, but I think he's currently an actor. And he mainly acts in Yoruba Nollywood. Give us a thumbs up, guys. Welcome. His name is Sule. Sue Baby. Sule. I don't know if that's a nickname. It sounds like a nickname. And this video has been trending since yesterday. I used to see him in some Yoruba films, but I didn't know he was ill. Turns out that the man is ill. As you can see from how emaciated he looks like he's critically ill. I'm not sure what his diagnosis is, if it's physical health, spiritual problem, or whatever, or combination of both. But I think he thinks it might be something spiritual. Yeah, welcome everybody. Give us a thumbs up because he had a lot to say about how he has offended a lot of people. And I think someone told him to go and ask for forgiveness. I'm not sure. I think it's a prophet that told him to go and ask for forgiveness. And he used his mouth now to confess. So it sounds like the case of a repentant Mongo Park, a repentant, what do you call it? Yoruba G for demon. Okay? He's an elderly man. It seems like he will be in his 60s. I don't think he's more than maybe 60 something years old. He looks like someone, I'm just guessing his age. I don't know his age, but he seems like someone that will be around 60 something, maybe mid 60s, right? And he had a lot to say. He had a lot to say in the interview. I'm going to play it and we'll go through it very quickly. Rebecca, you are so funny, Rebecca. You said the man has hurt witches. in the name of knocking. Aha. He said the women are too many, that he had too many women in his life. But he did say that the women themselves were the one chasing him. You know how they are chasing after musicians like Davido now and Wizkid. It's not in their category, but every category you still have your kind of cat. If what's his name? Um what's his name of that one that is always saying wahala, wahala, wahala? If that one can be having baby mama, if he can be having baby mama, that guy makes me laugh. I can't lie. Whenever I see him, I just burst into laughter because I think he should have been a comedian. He shouldn't even be a musician because if he does comedy, he will make money. Portable. Portable. Portable is so funny. Temilade, thank you. Portable said that he went on a concert and he went to Lokoja. He said that he had jewelry on. He said, when I come here, I find. Now when I come out, I be like Babu. Portable is so damn funny, that guy. Portable go do show for for Lokoja. There's cheap Portable of all in jewelry, both in necklace, in hand chain, everything, and they collect. Oh my God. Eh? Rebecca Hills, which one are you talking about that slept with mother and child? Is it this man or Portable? Wow, that's a serious one, no. Hmm. Okay, so let me play the video. Let me play the video so that we can hear what he has to say. Yes, Portable is a character. That guy is too funny. Honestly, everything he says is funny. When he opens his mouth, it's just the way he talks. He's always trying to form this accent. I don't know if he's forming it. Maybe I think that's the way he talks naturally. He talks like all these area boys. If you know what they call area boys in Lagos, like the Agberus. Yeah, that's the way they talk. They have a way of talking to make their voice sound threatening or something like that. That's the way he talks. Wow. Oh, this man. Wow, Rebecca. Lóòótọ́, mother and daughter. Ah, no wonder. Ó ti ṣàṣemáṣe. Jesus is Lord. That's serious. That's some serious stuff. Anyway, let's play the video so we can react to it. I'm just going to be very quick because I have a really big show tomorrow, which is something much more. But there's a lot of lesson that we can extract from this man's story today. Yes, he's asking for forgiveness, but what has he done? Okay, let's listen. I'm not hearing. Okay, let's see. I cannot hear. I don't know what is wrong with my. Hold on, guys. I don't know what is wrong with my headphones. I'm not hearing. Just bear with me a minute, guys, please, because I cannot hear. No, I'm not hearing it. There's something wrong with my headphones. Just give me a minute, please. Let me try and resolve this. I don't know what's going on. Settings, audio. Okay, let me see if it will work now. Still not working now. I don't know what's going on.
Mo fẹ́ tọrọ àforíjì lọ́wọ́ gbogbo.
Bàbá ẹ má sunkún, ẹ má sunkún. Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ bàbá, ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ bàbá. Ẹ má sunkún bàbá, àwọn èèyàn ń gbọ́ yín sà.
Àwọn tí mo bá ṣẹ̀ mo fẹ́ kán dáríjì mi.
Kí lẹ pè bàbá?
Àwọn tí mo bá ṣẹ̀ mo fẹ́ kán dáríjì mi.
Bàbá ní àwọn táwọn bá ṣẹ̀ wọ́n láwọn fẹ́ kẹ́ dáríjì àwọn. Ẹ̀mí mímọ́ o. Wọ́n ní kó bá ṣe.
Torí ìgbà tí mo wà léwe, musician ni mí.
Ìgbà tẹ́ wà léwe musician ni yín.
tó ẹ pé ọmọ bọ́ì ni
ọmọ bọ̀yì
máa wọ tàná ni.
má wọ tàná.
ilé mi dàbí bíi tẹ́sà ìtàn tí ń hun aṣọ ni.
So many textiles, like a textile company, because he had so many clothes that he used to dress, and he does not repeat his clothing. So he was a street boy. Can you guys hear me? I don't know what is wrong with my audio today. Oh, kò yé mi rárá o. Ó ní má wọ tàná o. Má wọ tàná. Somebody is saying that they cannot hear. Let's continue. I think the audio is good now. Okay, you can. All right, let's continue.
ní àrà tí mo fi aṣọ dá àti bàtà. so mo kàn ń jayé lọ. àwọn bí tó yẹ kí n bójú tó ń gbà yẹn.
So he said that he was just enjoying life. He was enjoying life. Yeah, because I was trying to fix it, Timothy. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'll just leave the mic. I'll fix it later. Let me use this the computer audio. Yeah, he said that he didn't, like, he was irresponsible. Basically, that's how I can describe. He said he lived an irresponsible life because the things that he was supposed to pay attention to, he didn't. He was a street boy.
Adẹ̀ ń rówó lójoojúmọ́ every week ni mò ń rí owó ṣùgbọ́n mi kò sí olùtọ́nà tó lè pè mí pé lágbájá bó ṣe ń lo ilé ayé ẹ̀ yìí pé kò wá òkè.
So when I was listening to the video, it's not very long. It's about maybe 5 minutes video or 6 minutes. When I listened to it for the first time, this is the thing that really, really struck me. He said that he was living basically a useless life, an irresponsible life, because there was no mentor. There was no mentor. I thought that was very, very, very powerful, what he said. Remember that Brian S. was talking to us the last time about why we need mentors. I know it was, relating to business and career he was talking about, but even in family life, boys need mentors. Men need to be mentored by more experienced, more matured men. And it doesn't necessarily have to be people that are older. When I was listening to the Jim Ike one, he was talking about how he had to learn. And actually, maybe I should bring it in. I think we can marry both of them. Yeah. I'll find that video and then we can just do it together. Yeah. It actually makes sense to bring the two together. Jim Ike said that, that a lot of people are mentoring him now and that he's grown, but he made a lot of mistakes. And he also said that the people that mentored him were not necessarily older people. Okay. That, some of them were younger than him, because remember, experience or exposure sometimes is not relating to age. It's not age related sometimes. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it is not. Okay. So let's continue what this uncle had to say.
Mi rẹ́ ní kankan kò sẹ́gbọ́n tó advice mi kò sábúrú kò sí family tó advice mi èmi náà wá ríra mi ní ilé ọmọ jayéjayé.
Nígbà yẹn lọ́hùn-ún
mi kì í sunlé ilé mi tí n bá fẹ́ lọ change ni mo máa lọ lé tí bá dẹ̀ ti change aṣọ tí màá tún lò fọ́sẹ̀ kan màá ti kó dání.
He said he didn't have any elder brother. He didn't have anybody to mentor him because he had no brothers who are older than him, that he didn't used to live at home. that he used to pack his load, like he would pack a bag for the week and he would not stay at home. Basically, he was rolling and just moving around, like a street boy normally, just moving around from one chick's house to the other. Mm? So I don't know. Somebody is saying that Adiola is saying that the pastor took advantage of him to confess because he's receiving help from the pastor. But I don't know about that. But what he's saying, is he telling the truth or is he making it up? Because it seems like a very genuine apology. But he was saying basically that he had no mentors, no brothers, nobody to teach him that the path of life that he has chosen in the way he was living his life recklessly was not the best. And I thought that was very, very powerful for him to talk about the need for mentors, the need for people to help, mentoring. Very, very powerful. So he said he would just pack his bag and he will go out. He will not come back. Nobody to advise him that his lifestyle was not good. And the women were just too much. There were too many women around him.
So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà gbogbo ẹni tí mo bá ṣẹ̀ yálà mo mọ̀ àbí mi ò mọ̀ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ dáríjì mi. Orí ìdọ̀bálẹ̀ ló yẹ kí n ti máa sọ ṣùgbọ́n kò sí àyè fún mi láti dọ̀bálẹ̀ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ pàápàá obìnrin pàápàá ẹ̀yin obìnrin tí mo ti ṣẹ̀.
He said that everybody that he has offended, anybody that he has basically hurt, especially women, because he's acknowledging that he stepped on a lot of toes. He said he made a lot of mistakes, he stepped on a lot of toes, and he's seeking for forgiveness, especially amongst women. He said he had too many women, and the women did not allow him to rest. They were chasing him too because he was popular. He said money was coming in because he used to have engagements, like he had maybe shows, concerts, or whatever every weekend. So money was coming in. And my gender, when there's money, you go see us there. You know they play with this thing called moolah. So this is the man now saying, please forgive me. Right? Okay.
Bàbá ní pàápàá ẹ̀yin obìnrin táwọn ti ṣẹ̀.
Torí mo mọ̀. Pastor, I've stepped on so many toes.
You have stepped on so many toes.
Especially lórí obìnrin.
Especially lórí obìnrin.
Because girlfriends are uncountable. So mi lè mọ èyí tí mo ṣẹ̀. Mi lè mọ èyí tí mi ò ṣẹ̀. So nílùú mọ èyí tí mi ò ṣẹ̀.
So yeah, he's saying that the girlfriends were uncountable. Okay, Peace is saying that the story is true, that they called his son and he testified that he was not a responsible father. Okay. Okay. He said he had uncountable number of girlfriends and that he doesn't know who he has offended. He even spoke about how he had a family abroad, women that he's been with, and he fathered children, and he does not even know where they are. Like he never even bothered. Remember, he's using his mouth to say that he was irresponsible. He's saying that he lived a reckless life. I think instead of looking at, the role the pastor played in it, whether he's genuine or not, we should focus on the message that this man is trying to pass across. He's trying to say something, apart from the fact that he's asking for forgiveness. He's also trying to pass a message across. The number one message he's talking about here is about the need for mentoring, positive role models who can guide young men, especially if they have money and they have exposure, they have some, a little bit of clout. They are known, they are popular, they are famous. So there's a message there. There is need for mentoring. People need to be mentored, and it's not only women that need mentor, and it's not only men that need mentoring, women also do. I'm telling you. Very, very, very powerful.
So nílùú òyìnbó ni I don't know mo fẹ́ yàn nílùú òyìnbó náà tó dẹ̀ bímọ àtẹnìyàn gan àtọmọ mi rí wọn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ dáríjì mi ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
So this is where he was saying that he even dated somebody. I don't know if he's dating because you know that Yoruba word mofe is ife is like it describes both girlfriend and marital or marriage. So I don't know which one it is. I'm thinking he's dating. He said that he was with someone who lives abroad too, and the person had a child for him, but he never ever, he doesn't know their whereabouts. He's basically saying that he doesn't even know their whereabouts. But Ade, good evening, sir. I thought I saw you in the studio. Was it yesterday or the other show we had? But before I could get to you, you had left. Welcome, sir. I'm sharing my link if you want to join the conversation. Very nice to have you. But Ade said this is a shame and it's very common among men where he comes from. This is an elderly man saying I was irresponsible. Okay, Adewale, the affair he's talking about is in the context of dating, not marriage. Yeah, I suspected that. Wow. I don't know. This is so... I hope anybody that is living this kind of lifestyle today, they will listen to this man and take the lesson from him. There's nothing in this life that... before you can do anything in this life and you don't get your reward, it's very rare. The law of karma is real. I can't say that it's a woman that he hurt or somebody that he did something to that they are after him now. Or I can't say that. But what he's saying is possible it's a medical condition that has not been diagnosed now, knowing how our dear country is. Maybe, but it can also be possible that, maybe somebody jinxed him, is a spiritual something. I don't know. But the message is not lost. He's talking about how the lifestyle that he led, an irresponsible lifestyle, led him to where he is now, where he was just doing anyhow, following women up and down, living like tomorrow no day.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ dáríjì mi kẹ́ ẹ gbàdúrà fún mi. Ìgbà ẹ̀mọ́ ni. I am now a changed person. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ dáríjì mi. Mo tọrọ mo bẹ̀bẹ̀ ni pastor ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹ bá mi bẹ̀ wọ́n.
He's saying that he's asking for forgiveness. He's asking anybody that he may have hurt, anybody he may have offended during all these years that he was living this reckless life. He's asking for forgiveness. He said, please forgive me. I didn't know. Igba money is a period of ignorance. I didn't know. So the way I'm looking at this episode, it seems like a repentant Mongo Park. And I don't know whether it's the illness that humbled him or maybe it's just life that's humbled him, but he's definitely saying that he needs forgiveness and that the people that he has offended in the past should please pray for him. This is the pastor that is conducting the interview. See, he's getting emotional. He's completely... you can see his picture before and after. You see how he's sick. He's lost a lot of weight. He looks very dehydrated. I don't know what his diagnoses are, but from looking at him, you can tell he's not healthy at all. I don't know what's wrong with him. But look at his picture before and after. Guys, please give us a thumbs up. You guys are not liking. Can you give this video a thumbs up, please? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. It's getting emotional here.
Gbogbo ẹni tó ń gbọ́ wa ní ìrọ̀lẹ́ yìí. Tẹ́ bá rántí ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo kọ́ sọ fún bàbá lálẹ́ tá lọ gbé wọn ní ọjọ́ Sátọ̀dé gbà tá ń ṣe láìbẹ̀lẹ̀ kejì. Mo ní bàbá Olúwa ní kẹ́ tọrọ ìdáríjì ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ náà ni bàbá ń sọ yìí o. Pé kẹ́mi kan fún wa ní update ibi tí ìtọ́jú wọn dé. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nípa wọn ni mo fi gbọ́ wọn wá. Ẹgbọ́n tí bàbá ń sọ. Bàbá dẹ̀ pa orúkọ wọn mọ́ra, wọ́n dẹ̀ rẹra wọn sílẹ̀. Bàbá ń tọrọ ìdáríjì ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹni tí wọ́n ti ṣẹ̀. A ò lè rìn kí orí mọ́ mì. Bàbá sọ ìtàn wọn ní fẹ́rẹ́fẹ́ nígbà tán wà léwe. Bàbá láwọn sọ oríṣiríṣi. Lábẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ bàbá wa láwọn ń tọrọ ìdáríjì ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Wọ́n ní pàápàá lọ́wọ́ àwọn ta ni bàbá?
Lọ́wọ́ àwọn obìnrin ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ dáríjì.
Kí lẹ pè bàbá?
Àwọn obìnrin ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ dáríjì mi.
Bàbá láwọn ń tọrọ ẹ̀jẹ̀.
Wow. So the pastor is just paraphrasing what he has said. So the pastor is basically saying that he got a revelation for him that the Lord wants him to ask for forgiveness because he's hurt too many people, especially women. So the pastor is saying that God showed him that this man needs to humble himself and come out and beg for forgiveness. And that's exactly what he's doing. You know, that's why they are doing this video to ask for, because sometimes because he confesses with his mouth that he's lived this lifestyle over the years, the people that he has may have offended in the past, that he slept with, lied to, cheated with, anybody that is doing this kind of lifestyle, they will cheat, they will steal, they will do different things. They will break hearts, so many broken hearts. You don't know where they are all over the world. He says some are abroad, so maybe he doesn't have contact, he may have forgotten some. I'm just suspecting that that's why they decided to do it, a video on social media, so that it can go around. It will go viral. Of course, it's gone viral. Everybody is seeing it now, so that those people can see it. Those women, especially that he said that he needs their forgiveness, can see it. He's saying, May said, same thing happened to my uncle. He was abandoned and he cried woefully. Oh my show. Okay. No wahala. Adiola, calm down. How do you know that is a lie? How do you know that is a lie? I know that we have, some fake pastors, but it's not every pastor that is fake now. You are so strong about this, saying that the pastor is lying, that he said God told him to ask for forgiveness. You believe that the pastor wants to use him to trend. I wonder why you feel this way. Do you have any evidence? Anyway, let's carry on. Even if this is what is the case, is the lessons are still there to be learned. So let's focus on the lessons. Whether the pastor is genuine or not, it's not for us to determine. We are not God. We don't know who is real and who is fake. The important thing is that this man is trying to mend his ways, and he's trying to reconcile some things. He's remorseful and is trying to reach out to a larger the people that he is offended in the past, which is a good thing. If you ask me, in my own opinion, I think exactly. Somebody said in the comment section, Ade said he's looking for peace. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. Whatever the motive of the pastor is, this is not a bad thing. But you can see the man is critically ill. So we don't know.
Ẹgbẹ́ lọ́wọ́ pàápàá lọ́wọ́ àwọn obìnrin wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀.
Tó ní ìmọ̀ yìí tọmọ mi sì wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tí ò yọjú mi ò lè sọ.
Ẹ̀mọ̀ ìtọ́mọ yín wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tí ò yọjú.
Pásítọ̀ mi lè sọ.
You see, he said that he doesn't know the number of his children that are out there that he doesn't know. He doesn't know the number of women that have had children for him that he did not even recognize or even accepted. He said, I don't know the number of women that have even been pregnant for me. For a man to be saying that he doesn't know the number of children that he has out there. Wow. Ha. Olagbara o. This is serious. Alone.
Because mo ní obìnrin tó pọ̀ sà. Mo ní obìnrin tó pọ̀ mi gbọ́dọ̀ máa parọ́. Ojú ọ̀gbagadè la wà yìí. Because nígbà yẹn bí mi ìfẹ́ wọn àwọn ló lé mi kiri.
Ẹ wo eléyìí kọ́ gbogbo àwa ọ̀dọ́ ìwòyí, gbogbo àwa ọkùnrin ìwòyí, ó kọ́ wa lọ́gbọ́n pé ká tẹ̀lé ayé díẹ̀díẹ̀. Bàbá fúnra wọn náà ń sọ yìí o, ẹnikẹ́ni ò béèrè ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọn, ṣùgbọ́n lábẹ́ gbogbo tìlù kò rí bàbá ń tọrọ ọ̀dà ń yẹ̀sẹ̀ pé gbogbo èyí tí ẹ wò pé àwọn ṣẹ̀, bàbá ní kí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ pé kí ẹ dáríjì àwọn. Èmi náà ń fi ìpè bẹ gbogbo èèyàn pátá nípa orí ọ̀fẹ́ Kristi. Bá ń gbé sójú bàbá ń rawọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ pé gbogbo èyí tí àwọn ti ṣẹ̀, gbogbo èyí tí àwọn ti mú bínú, wọ́n ní pàápàá èèyàn obìnrin, bàbá ń rawọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ pé kí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kí ẹ dáríjì. Kí lẹ pé bá ń gbé, kí ni bàbá ń sọ?
Ẹ gbàdúrà fún mi kí n lálàáfíà, ẹ gbàdúrà fún mi. Ìgbà ìmọ̀ nìyẹn.
Bàbá ní ká gbàdúrà fáwọn.
Let me interpret that so that I don't forget some of the things that have been said. He said that it was in the time of ignorance, igbaemo, that he didn't know. Please forgive me and pray for me. And the pastor also is using the opportunity to appeal to youth. I think what the pastor said there is actually very, very powerful as well. The pastor is saying that all of you that are youth today, that are living this kind of lifestyle, that you are being irresponsible, breaking hearts up and down, you need to learn from this man's story, this Mr. Sule. Learn from his story, pé life is not. You see, don't live life like that. Don't live a reckless life like this, because there are consequences for actions. I think when he was living that lifestyle, that he was carrying all these women, even though he said some of the women were the one chasing him, I believe that 100%, because we know when there is money, there is fame, there's enjoyment. My gender will not live there. Even if there are 100, they'll be lining up. Look at the video now. It's a good example. They won't leave him alone. Even though he too, he doesn't say no. He has no self-control. But the women too, they like what comes with this lifestyle, fame, money. But that is where, what he was saying about having a mentor, somebody to teach him that this lifestyle is not good. He said, I have broken too many hearts. He said, I don't even know the number of children I have out there. Do you know what it means for a man to say, I don't know the number of children I have out there? Please forgive me. I've offended. I've stepped on too many toes. I'm appealing. I didn't know it was a time of ignorance. By money. Pray for me, please. Wow. Now, wow. This is deep.
Ìgbà ìmọ̀ nìyẹn. Èmi náà ti mo ti yí padà. Mo ti yí padà. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run, ẹ má bínú sí mi. Ẹ ṣàánú mi. Mo fẹ́ tọrọ.
So he's saying that he's just repeating what he said before, that he didn't know any better. That he didn't know. Please forgive me. I didn't know any better. Please forgive me. Pray for me. So there's a lot of messages in this. Let me allow Nkwade to speak. Because this is it didn't touch me. I'm not gonna lie. Initially, I was looking at it. I was like, you know what? He's repented now, or he's confessing now because he's ill. But I don't know. Nkwade, Cklessly, welcome.
Hey, my sister, how are you?
I'm good. It's been a minute.
I know it is. You know what it is? I was in the studio and I know, but I have to go out. I said, you know what? Next time I'm going to catch up. Thank you for allowing me to your studio. And I say, thank you for the job that you're doing. You're really bringing the awareness. And that yesterday topic really touched me, for me, living in obodooyinbo, for what we have accomplished, my sister. I don't think my DF we should take you with what do we call it, with the prideness. That's me.
Yes. If you want to come back tomorrow, we have a follow-up, though we are not talking about DF anymore, but we want to talk about, diaspora tomorrow. And I know you are very passionate about diaspora. So if you are free tomorrow, sir, please join us. Uncle Ernest is going to be here. We have a very powerful topic tomorrow, talking about people quitting their jobs and coming abroad, the real reasons.
All right. I will definitely, I will see, because I'm working tomorrow, but I will see during the break. Maybe I can join you and then we'll talk. All right.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much. I listened to this particular issue. I think what we need to understand is this, like you say, this is a lesson for men. And we need to take it serious. You see, this man has lived his life recklessly. And is at the end of his journey, from what I can see, is at the end of his journey of his life. And probably he has nobody to come to his rescue, or nobody to do. Now is coming to confess. Because you have to realize that men will always go by our own, what we see. This man was, do you know how many hearts is broken? Do you know how many women? Because he's saying that he have children. These children that they have all over the world. Somebody has taken care of them. Some of them have been there. The mother have been their father, their mother. She has sacrificed everything for these children. But now, what do you come to? Nothing. But because that's why I like the adage of Yoruba people. And no, I don't know how to explain this. Very strong, and I'm emotional about it. It says, "Ashepamo kan o si."
Mm.
Something like that. That nothing you do in this
Àṣegbé kan ò sí, àṣepamọ́ ló wà.
yeah,
You
that's
can
it.
hide.
That's
You
it.
can hide, but you cannot have the consequences will always be there. Mm-hmm.
No matter what you do in this world, you can say, "Oh, I'm getting it," because when he was doing it, he was getting away with my sister. He was enjoying his life, and I guarantee you, all his colleagues or all his group, they were patting him in the back. Yeah, you are the man. You go for it. And he was walking, trampling all over these women, thinking that is above the world, and he was doing it. But at the end, look at it. I can tell you from example, I come from the same thing. That's one of the greatest resentment I have about my father in my life. How can you go this one, you get this one, get this one? What about the woman that you have in the house? What is the emotional roller coaster, emotional distance that you have bruised? Do you care about it? Because you just care about what you want. So this is this should be a lesson to men. And we should not always just write this man off. Oh, he just want to come down, probably seek an attention. But let's take his confession, if it is true or not. But it's a reality of many, many, many men in our society. They do that a lot. They think they can get away with it, and they've done. Especially in the way this man is saying, is in the career of, I think, in Nollywood career. All those people, because people in that category they don't care. The women, like you say, maybe at their youth age, women gravitate. They are magnets to women, and women comes. And my sister, that's why I always tell my children, you can say no. You don't have to accept it. You can say no. But to them, oh, I'm the man.
Enjoying. It's
I'm
enjoyment.
enjoying. Because for him,
he said he used to pack a bag and he would disappear for weeks. He won't come home.
Yes. And guess what? He packed a bag he went to live with another woman.
Yes. And he will have a woman at home while he's doing this useless lifestyle.
God bless you. That's what I'm talking about. He has a woman in the house responsible for him, but he doesn't care. It's an irresponsible way of life that I see men do. Because number one, especially when you bring children, what is your emotional connection to those children that you have produced into the world? Where are you? When those children cry in the middle of the night, he's the same mother. When those children wants to go to the hospital, he's the mother. When those children need somebody to pat them on the back, he's the mother. But where are you? What is your emotional connection to them? And the
society will still judge those women on Kwade and call them and shame them as single mothers.
Single mother.
And some of the behavior like this, which this uncle has, confessed to now, women still suffer from it because they are the ones that are held accountable for, having babies for men like this who don't even know that the children exist.
Yes. And they blame the woman. Our society, they blame the woman at the long. Even my mother, to the point I have to sit down there one day and say, "Mom, why don't you take your bag and go?" She said, "Where am I going to go? What is the society is going to say about me?"
Yeah.
Are you getting my point? What is the society is going to say about me if I go and I leave you, my children? I'm here to suffer because of you. That itself, it hurts me to today. That a woman will stay in a relationship that is abuse. I mean, emotional abuse. My father would thank God it wasn't physical, but it was emotionally abused. You can see it day in, day out. Tabi, you as a woman, I don't know which is more worse. Is it emotional abuse or physical? I don't even know. All abuse is no good. But which one does it take impact on us as human? I don't know, because I've never experienced it. And I don't wish on my enemies to experience it, because it's very, very difficult. Because this man now comes to the war to appealing to the women that he has, he has hurt in so many ways. Because those women, probably a lot of them wants to be with him, and he pushed them away.
So what do you think about what he's saying, that that they should pray for him? He's asking for forgiveness. Does he think that maybe they've afflicted him? Maybe one of the person that he did something to in the past afflicted him? Because I don't understand. It seems like he's asking for forgiveness.
It's karma. It's a ecological karma to him. He felt that he has wronged people and they're now wishing him well, because for you to walk away from your responsibility from people you have hurt, they're not gonna wish you well. A lot of them will do it in their own capacity, in their own, everybody we have. So women say, well, that is my cross. I will take it and do whatever. But some women some women will abuse him with their nakedness. Say you will never make it. My sister, that's a big mark what I tell you. Let everybody listen. You as a man that you're listening to me, be careful that who you're dealing with as a woman. Yes.
We have played curses on them.
My sister, do you know what that woman, for that person that he has been with, maybe some of them are even sacrificed all their life for him to get where he wants to be in life. At the ending of the day, he walked over them and he left them. And do you think such a person, that woman, will say, okay, it's good? But some will do, because to him now, it looks like he has so many women around. Because yes, he has multiple women that he has, and then now he's coming out saying this. I believe that he has a lot of them have children for him, and which he is not looking back or responsible for, and he just think that that's the way his life. He's getting away with it, because a lot of time men think that they're getting away with it, not knowing that what is coming to them at the ending of their life. So this is the confession that he's doing. And to me, whatever people say, he may be making it up, he may be lying, but I just want us to take a lesson from what he's saying.
Absolutely.
For what he's saying, it is true in life. And it is happening, and it has happened before. And people cannot just take it for a grain of it and say, oh, he's just making it up. Yeah, you could be making it up. I agree with them. But at the same token, this is a true story of some people, because some men have walked over women. They have let them, dejected all that, because they think that even some of them will even come back to his eyes. They will tell them, they will say, no, it's not me. He was rejected.
Rebecca said that if he's feeling that it's a spiritual sickness because the hospital has rejected him.
Yes.
That's how serious it is. When he stood up, I didn't play the video longer. Uncle Ade, Brabi, I can see you. See you. Welcome. Adewale, thank you for coming, and talk by. I see you too. When he stood up, Jesus Christ, if you see his legs, he's lost so much weight. He can't stand. His legs are so skinny.
Yeah, I saw it. In fact, it's just like in those days that people was, that disease that we know. It's just like, I'm like, wow, this man is really, really sick. He's really, really sick. So, yeah, I mean, I can see that from his own. I watch it because I watch it very closely, and I watch it, I take it, because I look it into my life as something like, wow, this man what he's saying is just true, and a lot of people have done it. And they're still doing it.
Yeah. I think the lessons are what is important. Yeah. Thank you so much, Brade. Hope to see you tomorrow. As soon as I see you, I will let you jump on, because I know you are working tomorrow. Right. Thank you, sir. Have a nice evening, sir. Please say hello to Auntie for us.
I will. Thank you.
All right, sir.
God bless
you. Bye, sir.
Wow. Auntie B.
Wow. Brother Bio. See this matter. Itai Rapper. Welcome, my brother. How you doing?
Yes, I did fine. I'm very good. But before I make my comment, I just want to say that first of all, I know nobody's condemning him. We are all praying to God for forgiveness for him that he has asked for. And hopefully, because I know God is a forgiving God, everything would have to deal with God. But I'm not going to make my submission based on him as a person, but I want to draw the lessons as a man and as a Nigerian from this his confession and comments. Again, this story shows us about the society where this kind of thing can happen. The reason I'm saying this, if this man was in a society where people are held accountable for their actions by principles, nobody say will not get Ebola. Everybody zip Ebola where because you cannot just give person belle and begin to run from that responsibility. Do you understand?
Yes.
So I want people to look at it from this angle. His actions, definitely, not just for him. I'm talking of generally in Nigeria, in that society, in our society.
Yeah.
You understand? These kind of things can actually happen because this person will not be held accountable for his actions. So how can you live in obodooyinbo and you say you have children, you don't know how many you get? You are lying to yourself, because by the time you pay child support, by the time they arrest you for not paying child support, that bola you go keep am. Do you understand? So that is one angle to look at. It is poverty mentality. When a man come out and say women should forgive him for what he has done, trust me, the man did not just sleep with women and give them money, because if he had done that, he will not have asked for forgiveness, because he will have the mind that whatever he did transactional, everybody was okay. However, he's coming out because he knows very well that he has kids, he has people that cry, that he put and made to suffer, that today the pastor or whoever he went to, whether true or not true, was able to say, okay, what have you done to somebody that you deserve this and all that? So I'm not here for the Christian aspect of it, because I don't want to be, you know me, I'm a Christian, but I don't like to be too religious about things. I don't believe in all those things. I believe in karma, but I don't believe in all those ideology, like maybe woman Nike swear for her, they not swear for her. Not like it will not happen, no, but that is not the thing. If it is a working society, the law will first of all deal with him first, before you will know whether there is spiritual or no spirituality. So this is, again, we now tell you why it is very bad when we are comparing raising children in one society and the other. If it's in America where we be, let anybody put on the comment section there. Even if this man is Bill Gates and he went to impregnate the poorest girl in this United States, the poorest girl, that Bill Gates will be held accountable for his action.
Held accountable, yes.
I'm telling you, if this might be like, let it be. In fact, now when even Bill Gates said, now the case go even clear pass.
So what do you think about this confession that he's saying now about the recklessness? I mean, the lessons. What can we take away from this, especially for young men who are living this lifestyle and they think they are enjoying? So
what I'm saying here is that not as if what he did, because I saw somebody say it can happen in London and everywhere. Yes, nobody say cannot happen there. But what we are saying is, if it happens, you will be held accountable. Does that make sense? So let's say, for instance, a man in London, you might know a man in London that has 20 children, 30 children. They're not saying may not get 30 children. But the point I'm trying to tell you is that the man in London will not just go and impregnate a girl. When the girl bring the pregnancy, we can't say get her from my house. I don't know if that makes sense.
I get that. Yeah.
Yes, not for you. I have to put that because I saw a comment say this happened in London. So I have to clarify that part, that it can happen anywhere, but you'll be held accountable. So if this man in Nigeria was doing the same thing, for instance, after I born one, born two, born three, they pay 4 child support. Nobody go tell and say, zip up, bro. Do you understand my point? So that is one. Then 2, for us men, this is just to allow us to understand that, you see, I go by 2 principles as a man. The beautiful ones are not born yet. What does that mean? It means that no matter how you think you are too handsome, how you are rich, how you are whatever, if woman is your problem, you will you go tire. You go tire. Even though you carry 10 for inside here now, before you go 1 month, come back, you will see another 6 outside. So any man that does not have self-discipline, I mean, not for this man, I'm not condemning you, I'm just saying, basically, generally, this is a lesson for us to understand that self-discipline is very important. Do you understand? It's very important. There is no gain. The man has come out and say to everybody that men should not behave like this. Look at what's happening to him. Whether that was his true case or not. The pastor have even said, okay, advice to you youth. So please, if any man that have self-discipline, 80% of his problem in this life, he don't already save. I'm telling you, if you have self-discipline, 80%, because number one, you are not going to live a life to please or to attract women, if that makes sense. You're going to live a more peaceful life. Do you understand? You are not going to have a more peaceful life. You will not be even more productive with your finances. You will not be productive with your health. You will not
You
be
know what I
productive.
heard?
Yes.
I heard that he doesn't. Somebody in the comment section said that he doesn't. With this reckless life, like he said he was making money, and women were around him, and
Mhm.
he was just carrying on, sleeping with them up and down, getting them pregnant, doing whatever he likes. Somebody in the
Right.
comment section said that he doesn't have house.
Yeah,
So that
that's what I'm
means he
saying. That's what I'm
didn't do
telling you
any
now that
investment. He was just busy enjoying himself.
Mhm. They say in everything, poverty get level. Do you understand? So it depends on the kind of women he's dealing with. And I'd like you to also look again. I don't know if he said it because I didn't hear all those comments. Did he say he used voodoo or just still using money and all that? Because I know back then Nigeria, they used to say some people used to use black magic too, as a
To
way
do
of
what?
learning.
To do what?
No, like all those black magic they use touch and follow. No be that they call on that time. Touch and follow.
No, no,
Touch
no,
and
no, no,
follow.
no. He didn't say
Hmm.
that. He didn't say
Okay, didn't
anything
say
like
that.
that. He
Yeah.
said the women
So
were just flooding all over him. They
all
didn't
over
allow him to
him.
rest. Yeah.
Yes. So because he was working in a textile company or whatever, he had a lot of clothes, whatever,
No,
right?
he didn't work in textile company, BO. He said he was just referring to textile because he said he had too many clothes. So
Yeah,
he was
that's what I'm
just
saying.
living the life. He was balling.
Yes. So it was balling, had clothes. So that's what I'm saying that you now said someone even said in the comment section that you don't even have a house. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you now that inside poverty still get greed. You don't understand. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, in whatever he had or at the time or whatever, to some level of women, he was a superstar. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So it's always like that. So we just pray. I would submit here, but just say, well, whatever it is, if it's true, it's God to judge for him and grant him mercy. You understand? And
Mm.
please, men, nothing day there. Let us just try and keep to our woman and live a good life. That is all I call him to say.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Brother BO. I appreciate you, my brother. Take
You're
care of yourself.
welcome.
Thanks for your
Enjoy
time
your
as
day.
always. Yeah. Thank you.
Mhm,
Thank you,
mhm.
bro. Okay, we are coming almost to the end of the show. I'm not going to be long because we got back to back shows. Adewale, you are in the studio. Welcome, love. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening, TV. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, my dear.
Okay. Today is another interesting show. Um, when I saw that video, I didn't watch it completely because I couldn't really watch it. It was very sad. It
Yeah.
was just very very sad. I felt sorry for him. I felt I felt like he was just helpless. No one to really take care of him. He looked really sick. But it's also another lesson for us men, especially Nigerian men, because you know when we are young, we never really think about the future, what's going to happen in the next few months. We're just busy doing whatever we want. I think I was watching a podcast. I was listening to a podcast about a few days ago, and a lady said that a lot of people talk about the effects of that cheating has on women. That's when a man cheats on a woman in a marriage, in a relationship. A lot of people talk about the effects that it has on women, but we tend to forget about the effects that it actually has on men because we just believe that there is no effect or there's nothing that happens. But that's actually wrong. I would actually say it's actually more dangerous for men to cheat and do whatever they want.
I didn't get that point. They were like, what do you mean?
I said that I actually think that it's actually more dangerous and hurtful for men to be cheating and doing whatever they want around.
Yeah, but this is a conscious to cheat is a conscious decision. It's not being
I
forced
know,
on them.
I know. I'm just saying, like, you feel what I mean. The consequences. It's more
Yeah.
on men than we think,
Yeah, but it's
and
just
that's
like when we're smoking, they will
yeah.
tell you that smokers are liable to buy young. You will
But
know. You read the
you know,
instructions on the pack when you buy it,
but
and yet
yes,
you continue to smoke it.
you
So
just
it's
ignore
similar.
it. So yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I think we need to reiterate that because
Mm.
as men, we always think, oh, those consequences are not going to happen now because we're young. But the problem is like like the issues like those consequences, they pile up. They pile up. The emotional side of it, the lonely side of it. You grow old, your kids are everywhere. You don't know who they are. You don't know where they are. They're not communicating with you. You just spy alone, very miserably. The health issues that you get when you're old, because you just accumulate a lot of diseases and everything. So this man's
Mm.
life is just a cautionary tale for men that you have to think about your old age. Like
Yes,
what
so there,
like
yeah. Somebody said at his old age that the sort of people that perpetrate this kind of behavior, they're always repentant when old age
exactly
don't come.
when they're old. Exactly. So as young men, I think we should always think about that. Like I always say, like, do you, as a man, you always have to think, do you want to just live your life chasing women? Is that what you want your story to be about? Like, it's just a question you need to answer for yourself. Because the pleasure you actually get from it doesn't last more than 10 minutes. To be honest, it doesn't last more than 10 minutes. Do you want to destroy your life for that? So it's just a cautionary tale. I think
Yeah.
as men we just need to learn from this man's story and
Hmm.
pick the just do things the right way and move forward.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I
Be
would just want to
careful
do.
and train
Yes,
yourself on discipline because
exactly.
there's consequences for actions.
There's serious consequences, although they might not appear now. When you
Mm.
grow old, maybe in your 50s, you start
Mm.
having like health issues that you could have avoided when you were
Mm-hmm.
young. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's all I
All
want to
right.
say to you. Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me.
so much. Yeah, thanks, Adewale. Appreciate you. Thanks for calling us. Yeah, I've got Tokbe Owolabi in the studio. Please unmute yourself. Welcome.
Oh, thank you, Sister B.
I'm enjoying tonight. It's men back to back to back for the first time. Like you are the fourth brother that has called the show. This is
Uh,
good.
thank,
Welcome.
thank you for having the show, my Sister B. You see, I'm going to look at this issue on three different angles, and I
Okay.
want us to try to understand some of these things. This issue of karma that we are talking about, well, I believe there is karma. I believe you can even predict what is going to happen to you tomorrow. Everybody, both man and woman. If you train your children, there's tendency that they will take care of you when you are getting old. If you
Mm-hmm.
are a hardworking woman or hardworking man that saves your money, there's tendency that you have reservoir when you are getting old. That those
Mm-hmm.
possibilities are there. Life is predictable, and
Mm.
everybody should understand that either you are a man or you are a
A
woman.
woman. Mm-hmm.
Now, let me now come back to this issue of this man. Number one, I don't want all of us to jump to conclusion that it is because of women, and that is the mentality that is taking us to this point. First of all, the question we will ask ourselves, which the man himself said, is that what is his background? Where does he come from? What is his level of education? What is the environment where he grew up? What is mentality? What is what value? His own self-value? Those are the things that shaping his life to this point, apart from recklessness with women. You see,
Okay.
women aspect of it is even very minute. You've been dealing with women, you're dealing with women, but have you ever planned to save for tomorrow? Have you ever planned? I learned he came to London, he was in
Mm-hmm.
America.
Mm.
If it is somebody that has a voice, if you have just passed since that time he came to America, and I
Mm.
think by now his story wouldn't have been this that it is. Number one, most of them are not taking care of themselves in Nigeria. They don't know better. I have a brother who died of diabetes. When we were giving him money to buy drugs those days, the only thing he think of is that, he said the pastor said that he should change his house. And before you know it, this my brother died of diabetes. And he
So
could
yeah,
not be rescued.
So you're saying that sometimes it's not a question of, it's not a question of karma or spirituality.
It's a question of society situation, because you see, when the healthcare system is broken in Nigeria, they don't even have a relief on where they can run to. They don't even have the money. Even to, this man would have maybe gotten to this point if there is a succor for in the healthcare system where he can run to. You discover that, look, most people that are living their life uprightly, before you know it, they have dementia in this part of the world. Before you know it, even with all the money they have, they are in a group home or whatever home they put them here in. Is it because of, is that karma? No, this is sickness in its own. But you see, because of the society where we are, because of the mentality of what we thought, oh, it's because of this, the action is a cumulative effect, not women alone. Cumulative
so it's not spiritual, it's just illness.
Most of these things are not spiritual.
Okay.
They're just playing to the gallery. If the system has failed us, the country has failed us, the government has failed us. Look, go and check how many what do you call these people? These people that are pensioners that are bedridden at home right now as I'm talking to you. They live their life successfully, they work hard, they train their whatever. If they have some people, they have children, they don't have children. But if you go to where they retire to right now, they are on their sick bed. It's only
where is that, in Nigeria or
in Nigeria anyway.
Okay,
but
so because of the healthcare that is broken.
Even because of the health situation that we find ourselves.
Okay.
You understand? If this man have access to good healthcare from the beginning of this sickness, he would have. I can tell you today, Sister B, if I have been in Nigeria by now, I would have been dead too. Why? Because I have an underlying condition that I'm taking care. Number one, I have not have the money to buy the drugs. I have not have the facility I have not have the doctors to attend to me, and I have not have the know-how to say, okay, this I'm supposed to do it this way. I'm supposed to do it this way. And before you know it, one is gone. And then you think, oh, it's because you have one woman, you have two women, you have three women. No. Let us face the reality. The healthcare system in Nigeria is broken.
Okay, we got that point. We got that point, Brother Tokpe. What about, let's talk about the lifestyle though, because
the lifestyle,
like
I
what
said,
you are saying, I understand that completely. You made that point. What about, I want you to talk about the lifestyle and also talk about, the message is trying to pass across in terms of, sending message to younger men.
Yeah, you see, let me tell you something. In whatever situation we find ourselves in this life, there's a lesson to learn. I believe with what happened to this man, some people will pick one or two things there. One, not to live a reckless life. And everything, especially young men that are growing up now, that everything is not about women. And even responsibility. You see, if no matter how, even if you take care of your children and one of 2, 3, 4, 5 of your children are responsible to you, most likely his life will not degenerate to this point. But when you are living a reckless life, then you are on your own. That means you've already planned for, and that's why I said life is predictable. Why would everybody abandon you at this point in time? None. Even your friends. Do you know that we have some people that only the friend will come to their rescue in the point of need? If you have good relationship with people, if you have good relationship with people that you move on with in your life, there's tendency that in period like this they will come to your rescue. But why I wish him good recovery, that God should just help him so that he can recover. And the lesson is passing across the video that is out there. So I know so many people have watched it, and it's going to help them to understand that, look, you have to plan for your life. You have to. Most of us will live for the moment. We don't live for the future. That is the hard thing. Even some people here in the Western world, they live such a reckless life. Yes. They live they have children all over the place, and they are not responsible to those children. They have wives all over the place, and they are not responsible to those children. So, but I think this is a clear call to these people. Look, you can match the break now. You can stop at this point now. Do a total reflection of your life. Where are you going to? Where are you heading to? Is this going to be the best way to live your life? So I think all of us that are watching the video, we should be able to learn one or two things from this. But I just don't want us to narrow it down to the issue of karma and karma and karma alone.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Society is there to decide how our life is going to be at the end of the day. Thank you very much, Sister B.
Thank you, Brother Tokbe. Really appreciate you. Thanks for calling. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening wherever you are. Okay, I think there are loads of lessons here in this man's case. Bambidele, I saw you a minute ago. Where did you go to? Come back. I was just about to take you. So the link is in the comment section if somebody wanted to say something. Temiti, are you working? If you're not working, I really like to hear. I've been reading your comments and laughing. It seems like your father was on this table. You are shaking the table seriously. If I don't see, you say you don't even send this man at all because this is how they usually behave. Then when they are old, they will now come and be crying and asking for forgiveness. People usually live reckless life. And you were saying something about how some of them, this kind of Mongo parks, will even bring their girlfriends home to their, I think the morality aspect of it, I'm very, very interested in it. Okay. The spiritual aspect, not so much, because I see what that the last caller was saying about how we shouldn't focus too much about the spiritual aspects. He was making a point about, broken healthcare system. Maybe he didn't have money, but I understand they raised 9.5 million for him now. So I think that will help if it's not too late, I hope, with his treatment, because with these things, early treatment and early detection and treatment helps, especially if it's cancer related. Okay. But the morality aspect is a big deal. This man he's just used his mouth to confess, I was a Yoruba demon. I did it all. I don't know where my children are. I was carrying women up and down. They too, they were liking me. And I can't, Temiti, come in, look for your password, Jare. Bolowa, Wajade, jump in the studio. And he's trying to pass a message across that, look, if you are young and you are restless, you have money, you have fame, and women are rushing you now, bro, please note that there are consequences for actions. Okay. Natu, welcome, darling. What do you have to say?
Okay, I was a little bit triggered by the last caller.
We are trying to be, you know what we're trying to do?
No. I understand, but
Why would you say that?
if we want to look at this right and try to balance it, let's not try to enable some things and say that if the healthcare system he wouldn't have gotten to this stage. There are some things that we would do right. If you like, drink all the medication. It's just like having HIV now. If you are going to go and have sex without CD, you know that anything can happen to you. And if
Yes.
it happens, there's no cure automatically. So if you like, go and do whatever you want to do. That one has catch up with you.
When I saw him first, that was the first thing that came to my mind, STD. That's what came to my mind, especially when he said he had uncountable number of women. That's what came to my mind. Could this be STD?
Yeah, but I understand what he's trying to say about like the healthcare system, but you cannot underestimate the power of karma. I'm telling you, you cannot underestimate that one. Like it has people that have spoken about Kiriwa, they have told you like having Kiriwa is like there's a spiritual attachment to it.
Absolutely.
It's not just exactly. So imagine doing it with multiple people going into like numbers that you can't count. Do you know what that has on him, like mentally alone?
But it's
Do you
not
understand
everybody
what I'm
that's
saying?
spiritual, not to.
No, okay, I understand that it's not spiritual to be, but do you know what the other person is carrying? You cannot decide, just choose what you want to choose. But that person that you're meeting, do you know what the person is carrying? Do you know what the person is leaving on your body? There's an energy that the person is bringing and leaving on you. Do you know what that is? And even those children, and see, even us, okay, people are not spiritual, understand that. But when they say, if you do something to a woman and she cries to God on your behalf, do you understand?
You go
And
collect.
the child, you know what I'm saying, Natibit. And the child is suffering because you've decided to be oblivious. Do you even know what that is? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So let's just be honest with ourselves. Let's not be talking about, oh, it's because there's not a system that works. So what's he saying? So if there's a system that works, they can go scot-free. Forget about it. Let's not beat around the bush.
For
This
you,
guy is opening his mouth.
what is the main thing about this situation for you?
You
Why
know,
did he?
the main thing
Why do
for
you think he's looking for all his baby mamas and all his ex-girlfriends that he's broken their hearts? There are too many numerous to count. Why do you think he's doing this?
actually there's something with guilt, right? Aside, let's even forget somebody was saying that the pastor is telling him. Let's forget about what the pastor said. You know, there's something with guilt when you know that you are wrong. You know that I don't want to take this thing to my 6 feet because
Mm-hmm.
it's going to. This thing is haunting him now. It's
Mm-hmm.
haunting him. So he wants to find peace for himself.
Hmm.
And he's telling other people, for you not to put yourself in this position tomorrow and be looking for where to find peace. Just live with your peace now and enjoy your peace for the rest of your life. So you don't
They
have to
said
deal
they
with this.
contributed money for him. He will say he wants to use it to build a house. Is it a house they
And
contributed money for him for or to build a be for him to get treatment?
people have different problems, Auntie B.
No,
the, thing that, the thing
how
that
could
he
you
has not been able
contribute
to
anything with
achieve.
house? As he is now that
The,
he's very sick, should he not be trying to save his life? House,
yeah, the
Bibawo.
thing, the thing that he has not been able to achieve, I think he wants to achieve it. You know
He
what I'm
wants to,
saying? But
maybe he's trying to leave inheritance for the children that you don't know where they are now.
there's something that comes with curse, and this whole thing that he has done is a curse.
Mm-hmm.
That this one is saying that if there's see, there's no medication that cures curse. There is
Yeah.
no medication anywhere that cures curse. Forget about it. It's
I'm shocked when they say that he wants
to
to
give
build
them
house
their
with the
own.
9.6 million they contribute. I say, house Bibawo. What are you doing with house, uncle? You are so sick. You need maybe you should come abroad and get
Yeah,
treatment like Buhari. You are thinking of house. House Bibawo. Hmm.
he needs to get help. Honestly speaking, but I think I understand where he's coming from. He wants to find peace because he
Hmm.
knows where he has gone wrong. This is a big deal. That a lot of our men would rather take it to their 6 feet and like you know what, I know I'm wrong. I've asked God to forgive me. I don't need any man to do anything. Once God has forgiven me, it's okay. But he knows the reason why he's doing it because his life is he a course right now. A lot of people have caused it. I know a handful of people that are in this WhatsApp group. Do you understand? So
Mm-hmm.
it's like that's why I said it triggered me because there are people that I know that are in this WhatsApp group and it's crazy and they are not doing well and you can never do well because there are people that you've hurt that you have still not gone to even if you've asked God. But this some people I think when you say some people are not spiritual, you have asked God to forgive you. Okay, let's say God has forgiven you. Do you know there are some people that are diabolic? They will go extra man and say, this one, because of the thing that this one has done to me, he will never see anything good. They will be
And
doing it for you.
for people that are spiritual like us, yeah, you will understand that it is not the day that something happens that you get the repercussions of that thing.
Nope.
For
Nope.
instance, if somebody, let's say, I'm not saying that he was cursed. I'm just making an example because Onkwade mentioned something about some women that they will go stack, they will remove their clothes and lay curses
Yeah.
on
And
people
so
who are
yes, I
brethren.
swear for you.
So when somebody swears for someone, it's not that day, it's not, it might not even be that year. That thing can take effect years down the line. You know,
Yep.
he looks much more
Yep.
older than I don't think he's more than 60, maybe 60, he will be in his early or mid
Yeah,
60s.
like mentioning his age too. Like
Mm.
he doesn't look, but he looks like he's 80. When you were saying his age, I'm like, I thought this guy should be like around 80 or something, but he's not. But
Mm.
he's not. And sometimes the things that we do make us look older than our age. That's one thing, and there's something that cannot treat medicine cannot treat age. If you go, it's just like a woman I think that's carrying too many men. Do you understand? You go and
Mm.
find out that she's looking older than her age because she don't get too many water for her body. She don't get old, young, anything that you can call anything will just mix and it's messing up her system. You'll be wondering what is wrong. That is what is wrong.
Mm.
So we have
Okay.
to call a spade a spade. There's some things that medication cannot cure. And this guy trying to help his own self by coming out to ask forgiveness. If I can't reach him, because there are too many for me to mention, I can't go one by one and beg them. Let me just do it this way. If somebody is seeing, they're like, okay, at least he's remorse, he's asking for forgiveness. I've forgiven him. I've withdrawn everything that I've said. It's okay now.
Okay.
That's
Thank you
it.
very much, Natio.
Yeah, but I just hope everybody, and this applies to men and women. Too. This is not just for men. There are some
Mm-hmm.
women that this is their lifestyle too.
Mm-hmm.
This. So
Okay.
this is not just for men. This is for every mankind, for woman and for men and for women. This is for us to learn that anything that we're doing, we're putting our hand inside, it's gonna backfire. And when it comes, like it will come pro max.
Hmm. Okay. Thank you
Yeah,
so
but
much.
go have one.
Okay. Have a good day. Get some rest. I'm going to get some after this show. Okay. Timothy, I've been itching to hear what you have to say because it's not often that you have time to call. But when something is important to you and you have the time, and you will be firing the comments in the comment section, Sha. Oh yeah, let's hear, let's hear.
Honestly.
Kilo Sele, welcome, darling. You have quite
Honestly.
a lot to say about Yoruba demons.
Oh,
Now let's hear
oh
it.
my dear, oh my dear. Now,
Mhm.
really, I don't want to project, I'm not going to talk about myself or my situation, my dad, but I've seen a whole lot. Right. First of all, I just want to say I feel pity for that gentleman. And I know that, a part of me thinks that probably he might really be, remorseful, truthfully. But there's something that I'm just thinking about. Let's just imagine this man, he gets all of this money. He gets like large sums of money, and whatever is happening, whatever illness disappears within the next 3 months, you know. So just imagine. I wouldn't be surprised if this man flips the coin. I
Mhm.
think that is because he's in this situation. Right. I do appreciate that, he's been, some will take it to the grave, just like what Nat said. So
Mhm.
he's been open enough to really, at least come out to say, I'm sorry to whoever. But
Mhm.
that doesn't change a whole lot of things. We're talking about different women. We're talking about the lives of these children that didn't have a father figure, nor did they have the financial backing of a father. Do you understand? So you had all these women having to take care of the kids all by themselves, or probably by the help of other people. That was not this guy. You could remember he said that he had so many clothes, right?
Yes.
And that phrase, I'm very familiar with that phrase, that thing that they said about Taylor, right? The
Mhm.
textile, yeah. So they used to say that to people that had so many clothes. Back in the day, they used to have a very well tailored, ironed and all of that. So they used to be like, oh, they've got something like a textile industry, that they have so many clothes. I knew he was an actor, but he wasn't so rich, was he? So where do you have money to buy those many clothes? So if we're talking about planning for the future, you're saying it's not
Mhm.
about women. As you can have info now, you know, once
Mhm.
you're gonna use, but yes, you're gonna have to spend.
Mhm.
You have to spend. So I don't know where the other gentleman was talking about. Oh, it's about but it's apply. The I understand the social system definitely would have contributed to. It seems as though I had read that he had prostate cancer or something like that. I don't know, but. Yes, we know that if we had a proper healthcare system in Nigeria, he would have benefited from that. But the main story, what we're talking about, is the morality aspect, which
Mhm.
is that these things are very, very common at TB. And
Mhm.
I wish the much younger Yoruba men could actually call in. I'm talking about people, especially between 30 and 40 years.
Mhm.
This is the time that they do a whole lot of things. Do you hear? I've got two women that I kind of support back in Nigeria. You hear the stories about what they've taken. It's just so mad. And then, our culture, they say, oh, ile oko, ile eko ni, and all
Ilé
those.
ìyá, ilé ìyá
Exactly,
ni.
exactly. So they allow these women just, hold all together, hold everything in, and just, oh, I want to be seen like a good wife. I don't want the family to say this and that. Oh, I'm trying to stay because of my kids and all of that. So they go around, and at the end of the day, they might even leave this woman. Just the woman won't see them at all. They go they go all over the place. It's very common. We know this, and they'll come after probably when they are like 65, 70.
Mm.
They'll start crying. I know not to say that it does happen to women too. Yes, I've seen a woman too who was like that. She had, kids all over. She didn't really take care of her kids. I think it was her mom and some of the other men that were taking care of the kids. So, when she was ill, it was just a distant cousin that was there, around. So yes, it does happen to women too, but we know that this happens a lot to the men. I'm not saying karma. I know people say karma, but you can imagine in that painful time when this woman is, it's just painful, and they do it a lot, and they get away with it. They say, obìnrin, obìnrin ló máa ń yàn jẹ, or something, obìnrin ló máa ń cheat, or so, something like that. They say a
As
whole lot of things to back it up.
as a Yoruba girl yourself, a Yoruba woman yourself, why do you think that this Yoruba demons that do this thing? It's not all Yoruba men that are obviously doing this, but the ones that are choosing this lifestyle. Why do you think they get away? They do get away with it so much because when this man said, "Oma gbé báàgì kan, oma lọ ọ̀sẹ̀ kan, òun ò ní padà," And I believe there was a woman in his home. Why do you think these women put up with so much of this kind of behavior?
Yeah,
And why we now end up with so many broken children from
yeah,
that
and to
generation?
me, that's what I did say. I said I think it's the culture. The culture really enables it a lot. Do you understand? In fact, sometimes I've even actually reflected that is there something about the libido of the black, is that the melanin linked to the libido of this man? I don't know. I might be wrong, but it's just in my own time. In the past, I've actually reflected and said, okay, is there something about them that probably makes them, like unable to control themselves, and then they have to do all of these things. And to me, I can't keep saying stories here. There are so many. Like, no, one of my uncles, he used to work in FIRS. He was an alcoholic. I think he was just like 62. Unfortunately, he's just died. But we're not surprised when we started hearing that. We knew. Yeah, there would definitely be stories. Like, it's almost always certain. And then the older ones, the wife, they'll just try talking to you, saying you just have to accept, blah blah blah. So I think it's the culture, and I think we need to talk about it. The more we talk about it, the more we can address it. Because then, if we don't have insight of these problems, if we want to shy away from it, then the gentleman say, it's not about that. He's reckless. Oh, bearing in mind,
You said something that some of them even bring the
yes,
girlfriends home.
actually, yes.
And you said
Yes.
something that, I know you don't want to talk about yourself, but I'm really interested. Your father sounds like a very colorful individual.
Uh,
He said
oh.
that she was praying for him. Your mom was praying. After prayer, when prayer didn't work, she said,
I know some people, yeah,
out
probably
of frustration, the poor woman,
yes.
nobody.
I know maybe curses do not work. I don't pray that those curses actually work on him sincerely. But when they have mind to do evil, to do that bad thing, do you understand? You'll be looking at them in the eye like this, they'll be doing it. They will leave, they will go, and then who do you want to complain to? Who do you want to report to?
The
It's not
culture
the
has,
same. It's not the
yeah,
same for
culture is
all.
very big
Yeah,
on that.
it's not the same really for all all the states, but some families are just like, who do you want to speak to? If you talk to this other uncle, that one that had like three wives, I mean, the three wives also had like children outside the marriages, so who do you want to report? You look at this, so I'm not generalizing, but we know that the culture has a whole lot of pep talks that enables these actions. That's just what I want to say. And it seemed as though I was insensitive with this man, because I've seen it, and they'll cry.
It's not new to you again. You are
It's not
jaded
new.
now.
I'm not to it, really. I'm not to it. They'll cry. They'll come and say, "Oh, this and that." Auntie, there was an uncle. Have you seen people? Now, once there was this big uncle. He used to work. He used to do contract job for, I think, Shell or something like that. Back then, he would, you've seen someone that would move from one town to another and go to like all the main beer parlors in that city, and then move to another. Probably they'll start from probably Lagos. They start coming. They go to Ibadan. Then they move round.
What are
They
they
go to
looking for?
Ilorin. Oh, Jayeni now. Like, like,
This is correct, Jaye Jaye.
and what are you talking about? Like, they move around all the, like, they'll be like, oh, Mama Mama Cameroon one bay, and all the joints, all the big bear palace. So they'll go to all of those places, and then they move to another city. They'll go around. And then all of those places, they're meeting girls, women, all of that. Then like that to Lauren, So they, like,
Any day they like, they will come back home. When they come back home, they will welcome them. Ekabo.
yes,
Hello.
you can't say so much.
They will come and change their cloth and go again.
Exactly. Answers are quick about condoms in all park, So what can you say? So that I mean, when things go wrong, there was one that actually had a stroke. He was like, he was like a neighbor like that. So it was so sad seeing him that he couldn't walk by himself. And at the time, it was a new wife.
Olu, please don't make me laugh. Olu, you are making a comment here making me laugh. Olu is a woman. Olu said a lot of Hausa men do not abandon their children, and Igbo men plus other Africans, they barely abandon their kids, but it's the Yoruba culture of raising raising irresponsible men. I don't agree with that statement, especially the first part. Where do you think
I went to the
Almajiri come
north
from?
too. I worked in
Hmm?
Kaduna.
Hello, have you been to the north? You
Ah.
think no, there's no culture that throws away children like the north. Are all these Almajiri, do you know where they come from? Chineke. You think they don't have fathers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
it's,
gonna talk.
it's a very big thing in the north.
No,
They will not
no.
even the mother.
I'll leave now to. I'll leave now to comment about that. Yeah.
Femiti, it's not only the fathers that abandon the children in north, the mothers too. They put them in the street and leave them to fend for themselves.
And
That's
to
where
be
Alimajiri come from now.
not the way we say. Let me just see. There was a time because then
Eh,
there was a
it's
time
very,
because
very big in the north,
when I was
though.
in
Don't
Nigeria.
even go
Let me
there.
just
And,
see. I went
mm,
on I went on a short course because then I used to facilitate an essential newborn care course. We used to like travel from places around Nigeria. So I was in Lagos, and then my kid would just sometimes they used to have like chest infections and like wheezing. It wasn't like asthma, but just like variant wheeze. So he was having one of the episodes. So Hobby now sent me a video like, oh, your boy is he started again. They've treated him, giving him this and that. So I was really, anxious. I was like, and that was I think that was the third day of the program. We just had 1 day left. So I was like, oh, I was really worried. And the lead facilitator, he was I think he's Hausa, but he was from University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital. Do you know what this man told me? He said, what do you do? Is it just how old is the child? It's not 4 years. Maybe you born another one. He told me that I will have another one. That one am ah, that even if the child died, that I'll have another one. Hello, hello, Auntie B.
mm. No, I'm here, Jare. I'm here. It's just, it's pathetic.
Yeah, he
It's just
told me.
pathetic.
He told me that is it not just one? How old is the child? That you go born another one now.
Mm,
So
mm.
it's everywhere. But of course, I'm just speaking from my own, what I've seen. Yeah, and
Yes.
this gentleman, yeah, this narrative sounds very, very familiar. And
Mm-hmm.
if you give him good money as he is, and I pray for him, thankfully, let whatever illness that's by he's battling, we should, he should be treated appropriately and he should get better. But once this man gets better and he has money,
He will go back to the lifestyle again. He will enter street again.
young or guru, man.
It's made for the streets. This one is not made for the home. It's made for the streets. He's a street man, a street
Yes.
boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Thank you, Timothy. I want to end at
All right,
one
sis.
hour,
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Do
Thanks for
have a
calling us,
lovely night
darling.
rest. Yeah.
All right. Take care, my love. Thank you. All right. I'm ending with Brother Bamidele. Welcome. How are you? Hmm. Hi, Bamidele. Can you hear me? Can't hear you. Don't know if you can hear me. Anyway, we're going to end the show
Yeah, can
now.
you hear me?
Oh, okay. Welcome.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
What do you have
Yeah.
to say?
Well, I remember the video that you posted a couple of years back when you talked about us living here in the diaspora and like our parents, like with the healthcare system, and like you want to go back to Nigeria, to do whatever, and like everything's provided for you here. Well, it's just that I noticed that because I'm in the financial industry and I work in the Medicare space, so that's like people 65 years and above. So like once you turn 65, you have to get Medicare. So pretty much that's kind of like a standard here in the United States, but it's like I think that the healthcare system in Nigeria is sort of like messed up. So like if you don't have no good healthcare system, like why would you be depending on others? Like I just feel like as an adult we need to know how to take care of ourselves. But like the healthcare system in Nigeria is sort of crappy.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have
Yeah.
and I feel that well, even as an adult person, like you need to know how to live your life. And I'm a spiritual person. I am a Christian, and you live by the word of God. But I'm not a perfect human being. I'm a sinner. But it's like who are we to be judging? Because when you look at it, all human beings are the same, no matter what color, no matter what race or nationality. We're all the same. So yeah.
Okay.
That's
Thank you very much for your contribution. Is that all you have to say?
we're all the same.
Yeah. Okay. All right, thank you very much for that. Bamidele is talking about the healthcare system and also about, you know, not being judgmental. I don't know if we are coming across as if we are being judgmental. Godson, can you not do that, please? We don't use those kind of language here. This is not the platform to come and be calling people out. I don't want to block you. Don't do that again. Even if you disagree with what someone has said, you don't use those kind of colorful words here. We don't allow it. So the next time I see that, you are going to be banned. Please don't do that again. I'm appealing to you. It's not allowed. We can agree to disagree without being, calling names. Okay? All right. Thanks, Bamidele. Okay, I'm going to end, but I've got Hadassah. Is it Hadassah region?
Hi,
Hadassah, welcome. How are you? Can you hear me?
can you guys hear me?
Can you speak a little louder, please?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, go ahead. Where are you joining us from?
I am in the US right
And
now.
what do you have to say? 2 minutes, please.
So the thing is that it's not like I'm trying to be, heartless. For me, I believe that people have to be held, accountable. It's sad that he's sick right now, and I understand that he's asking for forgiveness. But at the end of the day, I'm sympathizing with the children who grew up without a father, and it's much more painful when you know that your father is alive and he has money, but he doesn't want to take care of you. You see, so just because right now he is sick and just because he confesses his sins, that doesn't mean we should give him, a free, pass. I believe you should lay in the bed that you prepared,
Yeah.
and and also it's like I do not understand why people are not scared of children. I have so much respect for children because I know that as they're growing up, I am getting older, they are getting stronger, and I'm getting weaker. You see that? So that's why I respect them. Like, I do not understand people who mistreat children. You can never, a child, it's like, it's an undiscovered destiny. They can be anything in this life. If you have nothing nice to say to a child, just leave them alone. You see, but people, they think they can just do whatever they want right now, forgetting that time is passing by and that child will be grown and you will be weaker. You see, I grew up with a father like that. And trust me, it was the most traumatic things. I was living with my mom in a very shitty place, really, without food and everything. My father had money. We would go to his, we, we would go to his office and ask for things, and to be like, "That's not my child," and I'll be hearing that, you see,
He'll be
and
saying that about you.
yes, and he'll be saying a whole lot of things. And the thing is that he has a weird view of just also women in general, you see. And
Yeah.
his
Misogynistic.
and his family, refused to hold him accountable. And it's also cultural. But at the end of the day, I understand this man is asking for forgiveness and everything, but the trauma that the children have encountered from his behavior, maybe some they'll never even recover. It
Yeah.
affects a child's self-esteem.
Right.
So why do you want to come back now? So you can ask for forgiveness and everything, but do not come back. It is over, and it is done. A child can. It's like you lived your life, you did whatever that you wanted to do, but I can never have. You can never undo what you have done, because we can never go back to me being a child again, so
Yeah.
that you
You
can
can't.
be
You can't.
there.
You can't. You can't
Yeah,
make up for
yeah,
all the pain and all the disappointment in
yeah.
the
So
past.
yeah, so why do you want me to give you what you didn't give me? Why should I be there for you right now when you refuse to be there for
You
me?
were not there
I'm
for me. Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure those kids were also sick, but he refused to have sympathy for them. He refused. So therefore, I believe that he should just leave them alone. That's all. I
Wow.
understand, yes, there is forgiveness and everything, but there is nothing that trauma, some of us can never recover from that. There's a stigma growing up in Africa without having a father. It's almost like having a father is part of your status, who your father is.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that's all I can say. Otherwise, I understand. Yeah,
I hear
but
you. I hear you, Hadassah. Thank you so much. I hear you and I feel your pain. You are speaking from a place of experience, growing up with a father who may have been like this. So you can hear what he's saying. This is deep. And I could also hear from her voice that she's struggling, you know, you can she was, struggling to maintain that composure, not to get emotional. Because people, when they see irresponsible fathers like this, or irresponsible parents, it can, remind them of their own experiences and the trauma they've experienced. And I see a lot of people talking about judgment in the comment section. I don't know why people are talking about judgment. Bamidele mentioned about judgment, not judging people based on their sins, especially if it's regarding sexual immorality. But I don't know where that is coming from with reference to this conversation so far tonight. I don't think anybody has come out here to judge. We are talking about the issues. The man came out and said, "I'm sorry. This is my reckless lifestyle. I was, very responsible." He's looking for people that will forgive him. And we are talking about the issues. So I don't know why people are talking about judgment. I didn't see any judgment here tonight. Anyway, but maybe I missed it. Okay, finally. Omo Yeme. Hi, Omo Yeme. How are you?
I'm fine, Auntie B. How are you doing?
Not too bad, my darling, with your lovely voice. What a voice to end with.
Oh, so I look at this man and I look at Joker Silver and her husband. And I'm
Hmm.
sure everybody has seen there's a clear difference.
Right.
You treat the woman you're with well, she will treat you well in your
When you are cold.
downtime.
Yeah.
In your downtime. And it's so sad that the man has not even one person that can be at his aid at this time that he's down.
Yeah.
That's just the truth. Because if Joker Silver's husband had been a bad man, it would have been
Hmm.
the same story. He would have
Yes.
come out, please
Yes.
help me. I need help. What happened to your family?
Hmm.
I don't want to believe that this man doesn't even have one person that could be at the lowest point of his life, because this is the lowest. For you
Yes.
to come online to tell people these are the things I did, this is the lowest. So it's just a lesson for everybody. What you
Somebody said that in the comment section, somebody said that none of his family came forward because he didn't take care of them,
see, you
including
see
the children. They said his son gave an interview and said how, I don't want to use the word useless, but he was totally irresponsible, didn't care about anybody but his enjoyment and his wayward lifestyle. If I can use that word.
that's it, Auntie B. It's
Oh.
just his wayward lifestyle. And as you
Hmm.
said, this is a message for the upcoming people. The only thing we don't have is time. Once your time has gone, it has gone. It
Hmm.
is gone. So for the likes of David, oh, this is for you. We love you. But no, it's true, Auntie B. You know we love him. But
Yeah.
you,
You should learn
this
from
is
this uncle. Uncle
yeah,
Pat, because you are there in the
yeah,
sun.
yes. Do not let this be your future. Okay?
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
Auntie B, I love you. I love you. And I'll be nice. I'll be nice. Love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, my Heme. Thanks, darling. You always make me laugh. Americana. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, we can end it here. It's rather unfortunate that I believe that Nigerian society as a whole, whether you are from the north, you are from the east, you are from the southwest, south, wherever you're from. I can't speak about other African countries, but I know a lot of people in the comment section have been saying this is a black thing, like it's a black man thing. Everywhere in the world you find this behavior. But I can speak confidently about my country, Nigeria, because we see it all the time. And the enabling culture is what enables people like this to do whatever they like. Just like Temiti was saying, somebody will have a wife at home. You will just leave the house. You'll be going from one party to the other. You're going from one town to the other because you have money. You are enjoying life. You'll be carrying women. You won't believe that in their generation, some of these men have the audacity to bring their girlfriends home. They will tell you, if they cheat and they are caught, they will say, and that's why today, before cheating can cease in a place like Nigeria, it will take the grace of God. They will tell you, oh, Shakamimo, you didn't catch me with her, so why are you making noise? Better go home. Other women say will come for you. Well, you are jealous, that's why. Why can't you allow him? He's a man. So there's so much that has happened in that culture in our country that in terms of behavior, in terms of morality standards, that, is just from generation to generation, is created so much chaos. And that's why we are where we are now. Isha said, even in Sierra Leone, that is the same thing. People neglecting their children, being irresponsible up and down. They are not held accountable. That's why, even when you talk about it, people will say, oh, you are judging them. Why should you judge them? We are not their family member. We don't know them. We are not friends. I didn't even know his name until today. So what is my uncle to me? Is to extract the lessons, like, what can we learn from this situation? Because it is always better to learn from other people's experiences, especially when it's negative. Because if you are not learning from other people's experience and you are the one that make the mistake and other people are learning from, the price is higher to pay. That's why we bring these stories, from time to time to talk about. It's better to learn from others, because if it's you, now wow, it is well. Anyway, wherever his children are in the face of this world, Sule, is this Sule baby or what's his name? This uncle. Wherever his children and all his ex-girlfriend and ex-wives and baby mama, all over the world, I hope they get the video, and I hope that, they forgive him and pray for him like his acts to err. To err is human, to forgive is divine. And I wish God will have mercy upon him and grant him recovery. But I think he should take that money that they've donated for him to go and get some treatment, not build house. But who am I to tell him what to do? Maybe the house where they will bury him is more important to him than anything else, since they say he didn't have a house. Maybe he's trying to prepare for his funeral, and that's all right. That's okay. Mhm. It is well. Tomorrow I am back with. Thank you very much, guys. Give us a thumbs up before you leave. We are back tomorrow with Brother Ernest. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow is gonna be good. Really, really, really powerful section we're gonna have tomorrow. You know how, some of the talking points about this daddy freezes matter. We're not talking about daddy freeze anymore, God forbid. He still did a video about this matter today. He still did a video about the matter today. But I'm done. I've tried. 2 shows enough to dedicate to be talking about. But we're just gonna talk about the issues, which is the one about people quitting their bank manager job in Nigeria to go drive Uber in America. Why? So I'm going to have Brother Ernest here tomorrow and one other brother. And they are going to come and share with us about their own experiences. Okay, so it's going to be really, really interesting tomorrow. So make sure you are here. Brother Ernest is going to talk to us tomorrow, and one other brother that I've invited who's lived both in the abroad and live in Nigeria as well. They will be sharing with us the real issues about leaving bank manager job and going to drive Uber in Nigeria. The question we are asking is why? Why? What is propelling people? Why did someone like Brother Ernest leave his oil company job? Oil company to come to Canada. So these are the things that we are going to be looking at. Brother Ernest had a very good job in Nigeria. He was working in an oil company, is it Excel Mobile or XS Mobile, they call it, I don't know. No, we don't tire for that. Nobody's talking about him. It's not that important. Yeah, if you want the books, Brother Ernest's book, yeah, go to Amazon. Both of them are available now. The power of potent power of what's the title again? The potent power of mentorship and the audacious faith. Please go to Amazon and just Google them. Both of them are titled, let me quickly share it. Tomorrow I'll share it again with you guys. The potent power of mentorship and audacious faith. Okay? Just go to Amazon. Both of them are available now. You can go get yours and come and listen to his wisdom tomorrow. We have two brothers tomorrow that will join me on the show, and they have lived experiences of living in Nigeria and they're abroad. You know, we just want to focus on why. Why? What is propelling people? No talk of DF, no talk, no, we're not going there at all. It's not important. We have more important things to talk about. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Please give us a thumbs up. We don't frown. We don't end that matter. That matter is ended. Give us a thumbs up, guys. Like the video. Even be yourself. Don't rest. You don't rest in case. Oh my God, Rabio. Sure you don't rest for the matter now. You don't rest for the freeze matter, ba? Make we rest. Let's leave it there. Make it a create content. It's okay. We have work to do. Much more important work to do. And we're going to continue tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone. Please Google Brother Ernest's book. The books are on Amazon, and you want to read them, and he will come tomorrow. Thank you so much. Give us a thumbs up, and I will see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. GMT. God bless you. Love you guys. Please subscribe, like, and share. Bye, guys. Yeah, tomorrow will be impactful. Yeah. Real issues, real lessons, real information. Adewale Omowe. You read well. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye, guys.